like to talk about Bitcoin
For
and
sure.
your thoughts about Bitcoin and the future.
For sure. So I briefly touched on, some of the things that Bitcoin is really solving for. If you even look at some of the stats that have recently been released from the UN, something like only 2 out of every 10 people globally lives in actual democratic and free country. So that's 8 out of 10 people who live in an area or a country where you can't trust your banks, or you can't trust the government, or you can't, you don't have access to formal identification systems. If you even look at from an inflation perspective, what's happened in Turkey, Venezuela, Lebanon, these are people who are having their life savings inflated away by their the people in control of the monetary system there, and are just debasing on whims. And so that's something that I think Bitcoin really solves for, because again, you don't have sort of an elitist group of humans deciding, what money is going to be worth. It's code, it's math, it's on a set schedule, it's on a set fixed supply schedule. And so that is what I think is really exciting about Bitcoin. Also, if you look at if Bitcoin were to capture, because a lot of people talk about Bitcoin as digital gold, because it's finite, it's scarce. But the reason why it's digital is because you can obviously, transact with it over the internet and peer to peer, versus carrying gold bars in your pocket. So if you look at the potential for Bitcoin to capture even 2 to 3% of gold's place in traditional and in institutional or just retail investor portfolios, given the supply constraints of Bitcoin, that is, that's a potential world where Bitcoin is worth more than, 50, 80, $100,000 per coin. So what I really like about it and the future Bitcoin, I think, is we're going to see greater adoption, because regulation is now making it easier for institutions to adopt the technology. The technology itself is growing in terms of different countries are now able to, people in different countries are now able to access the on and off ramp so that they can transact in Bitcoin or trade in and out of their local currency into digital dollars. And so, yeah, I certainly see a world where we continue to see adoption of this alternative asset class, and this alternative monetary system is really what it is.